Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 15 of the P block elements, and in the last session we have discussed up to oxidizing property of the HNO3. Now we'll discuss phosphorus and its compounds. The first point is allotropes of the phosphorus. Okay, allotropes of phosphorus. Already we have discussed what are allotropes. An element exists in two or more forms which differ in their physical property, but they may have what? Same chemical properties. That is called as what? Allotropes here. Here the important allotropes of phosphorus, important allotropes of phosphorus. Now this phosphorus, it exists in three allotropic forms, that is, mainly there are three allotropic forms for the phosphorus. First one is white phosphorus, second one is red phosphorus, and the third one is what? Black phosphorus. Okay, now we will discuss one by one. First we will go for white phosphorus. The first one we will discuss white phosphorus. In this one you have to remember some points. The first one is, it is translucent white waxy solid. Here this translucent means which allows light to pass through it, allows light to pass through it. Okay, the second point about this one is it glows in dark. This is a special property of the phosphorus. It glows in dark. So this property is also called as phosphorescence. This property is called phosphorescence. Okay, the next point is it is highly poisonous. And its solubility is, it is insoluble in water, but it is soluble in carbon disulfide. It is insoluble in water, but it is soluble in carbon disulfide. This carbon disulfide is nothing but what? CH2 it is. Okay, the next point is it exists as discrete P4 tetrahedral molecule. So this white phosphorus, it exists as what? P4 molecule, that is in the tetrahedral manner. You see here, these are the four phosphorus atoms which are occupying the corner of the regular tetrahedron like this. In this way this white phosphorus is present, and you can observe each phosphorus is connected to the three other phosphorus atoms, so that it is forming you can observe here each phosphorus atom is connected to the three other phosphorus atoms, so that it is forming 3 sigma bonds. Okay, after forming 3 sigma bond, each phosphorus atom is having one lone pair of electron, and this is the lone pair of electron. The total number comes out to be 4, so that each phosphorus atom in the P4 molecule is sp3 hybrid. Okay, the next point is here the bond angle between the P and P, this bond angle is only 60 degree, which is very less than the regular tetrahedral angle here. Because of this angular strain, this P4 molecule is highly reactive and less stable it is. That's why it readily catches fire with the air to give the dense fumes of P4O10 oxide. So this is I'll write due to, first one we will write each phosphorus atom is connected to 3 other phosphorus atom, so that each phosphorus atom is what? sp3 hybrid. After forming 3 bonds, they are having one lone pair of electron on the each phosphorus atom. You can write like this. The next point is what? Due to this angular strain, this P4 molecule is highly reactive and less stable, so readily it catches fire with the air to give the dense white fumes here. Due to angular strain, P4 molecule is less stable and more reactive, It readily catches fire with air to give dense white fumes. Here I'll write the reaction in the next slide. So that this phosphorus, it readily catches fire with air. Air is nothing but here oxygen will take. It gives what? A dense fumes of P4O10, dense white fumes of P4O10. This is equivalently written as what? 2 times of P2O5. So here 10 oxygen means you have to take 5 O2 molecules here. Okay, this is what about the white phosphorus. You keep in mind the very important thing about the white phosphorus is it is a translucent white waxy solid, and it is highly poisonous. It is insoluble in the water, soluble in the carbon disulfide. Next, it glows in the dark. That property is called as phosphorescence, and due to the angular strain it is highly reactive, so that readily it catches fire with the air like this to give the white dense fumes here. Okay, the next point we will go for red phosphorus. Second one is red phosphorus. The first point about the red phosphorus is it has iron gray luster. This iron gray luster is nothing but what? Lustrous means it is having a shining appearance. So this red phosphorus has what? Iron gray luster. Then it is non-poisonous. And the next point is it is odorless. Next point is it is insoluble in both water and CS2. It is not soluble in both water and CS2. And the very important point is it will not glow. It will not glow in the dark. So only white phosphorus glows in the dark. Red phosphorus will not glow in the dark here. Next point, red phosphorus is less reactive than white phosphorus. Okay. Next, another important point is it exists as a polymeric chain of P4 molecule. Means it is having a polymeric structure. That white phosphorus is having what? Discrete tetrahedral structure it is. So the next point, it exists as polymeric chain of polymeric chain of P4 tetrahedral molecule okay. So that polymeric structure is like this here. This is one phosphorus connected to these two phosphorus. These two are connected like this. It is like this, and this phosphorus again connected to the remaining two phosphorus. Again these two are connected like this. This is what the linear polymeric chain of red phosphorus. Okay, in this way that monomeric unit will continue. So always you keep in mind, only white phosphorus exists as a discrete tetrahedral molecule, but red phosphorus is what? It exists as a polymeric chain of P4 tetrahedral molecule. This is the polymeric chain of red phosphorus here. Next one, black phosphorus. So third one is black phosphorus. Actually this black phosphorus, it exists as again alpha and beta black phosphorus. This black phosphorus, again it has two forms. One is alpha black phosphorus, second one is this beta black phosphorus. Okay, I will write some reaction, that is the interconversion of white and red phosphorus to the black phosphorus. First we will take white phosphorus. This white phosphorus, on heating at 573 Kelvin, it gives red phosphorus. The same white phosphorus, if you heat at 473 Kelvin, it gives beta black phosphorus. Again this red phosphorus, on heating at 803 Kelvin, it gives alpha black phosphorus. Some 2 points about alpha black phosphorus is this alpha black phosphorus, it sublimes. One point is, I will write here, it sublimes in air. Next it has opaque monoclinic or rhombohedral structure. The next point is, it will not burn up to 673 Kelvin. Okay, this is about black phosphorus. It exists as alpha black phosphorus and beta black phosphorus. Simply white phosphorus, heat at 573 Kelvin, red phosphorus just 100 degree less, 100 Kelvin less, that is 473 Kelvin. Beta black phosphorus, this red 803 Kelvin gives what? Alpha black phosphorus. This is about the allotropic forms of the phosphorus.